What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Rhett and Evan of the Cannon Fire Podcast, back today with a brand new video about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Joining us today, very special guest, our good buddy and friend, James Hill from Bucs Nation. You can find him on YouTube right here at Mr. Bucs Nation. After about a week of speculation, whether it's official or not official, it is now officially official. Tom Brady himself has announced his retirement from the NFL after 22 NFL seasons. The last two being in Tampa Bay. It includes an NFC South title, an NFC championship, a Super Bowl title, and what more is there to say? I know we kind of talked about it earlier on this week when we put out a video or put out a podcast talking about Brady's potential retirement, but now the time is here, and there is no looking back. Tom Brady announces it himself. What a career for the greatest of all time.
Still kind of surreal, can't really imagine an NFL without Tom Brady, and here it is. And I think we were talking a few days ago, and I'm like, I can't even imagine a Bucs team now without Tom Brady being the quarterback. So, I think it hurts a little bit less because Saturday you kind of got the precursor to it. You were kind of getting prepared for this. It looked like, okay, he hasn't made a decision. That's what he says, right? But it sure seemed like it was trending in that direction. And like Adam Schefter and Jeff Darlington, like they weren't going to be wrong. So I think it hurts a lot less now because you had a few days to kind of process like, yeah, this is probably going to happen. But it doesn't make it sting any less. Like it still, hurts. And Tom Brady will forever be remembered, for what he did for the Bucs and the Tampa community and just the NFL. You're never going to see anybody like it, right? 7 rings, 10 Super Bowl appearances. It's remarkable what he was able to do. And you know what? He could have played a few more seasons if he really wanted to. But ultimately, it's his decision. He's earned that right to have that decision. And, he's given so much to the game of football, and now it's time for him to give back to his family and all of his other stuff. But, the Bucs, life goes on, but it really does suck. And, we'll have a video or podcast. We'll have a bunch of time to talk about the potential for the Bucs. That's not what this is about. This is about Tom Brady's retirement. So, just a fantastic career, and forever grateful for Tom Brady choosing to be a Tampa Bay Buccaneer and having the success that he did. I mean, he could have easily could have gone 8-8 the first year, 9-8 the next year, and then Tom Brady was a Buck, whatever. But to reach the amount of success that they had, winning a championship, going into Green Bay, beating the Packers last year, winning the first home playoff game since the Bucs beat the 49ers back in 2002 in their first Super Bowl run. Remarkable what he was able to do for the team. And he's obviously going to be missed. Even if the Bucs acquire a really good quarterback, it's not going to be on the same level as Tom Brady. So he's definitely going to be missed, and his name will be up in that stadium sooner rather than later.
I agree with everything Evan just said there. You can't really put into words how missed Tom Brady is going to be, not just from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers perspective, but from the NFL's perspective. Brady was one of those last guys of this insane era of quarterback play, from the early to mid 2000s into the early 2010s, mid 2010s, of just this fantastic quarterback play. Brady was one of the last guys left of that generation of guys. We'll see if we ever see a group of guys like that ever again. There's a good group of quarterbacks coming up now into the league, but yeah, like Evan said, it's going to be weird without Tom Brady in the NFL next season, not just because he's not on the Bucs, but just because he's not in the NFL in general. So this is going to be an adjustment, but you know what? It's also exciting, right? Because it's a new chapter, not just for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers as a team. Of course, we'll talk about that, down the line, but it's also a new chapter for the NFL. And a lot of different types of things can happen now. A lot of different moves around the league and with the Buccaneers personally can happen now, to change the landscape of the NFL, basically. And I think that is sad, but also it is exciting in another way as well. So, again, hey, thank you to Tom Brady for everything he did for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, for the NFL in general. He'll be missed next season, but I have no doubt he's going to be doing amazing things post NFL.
When you measure the legacy, the long-term success of Tom Brady, it's kind of insane to have the conversation because it has to be broken down into chapters, right? Like you could divide the success in his career by 3 or 4 different chapters, and each of those chapters alone have a Hall of Fame worthy career from an NFL quarterback. So again, Evan, just like you said, man, 10 Super Bowl appearances, he won 7 of them. The dude was literally in the Super Bowl for half of the years he played in the NFL. That is an incredible feat, and I do not care if it's Patrick Mahomes. I know Joe Burrow is the hot ticket item right now, but there will never be another Tom Brady. There might be another quarterback down the road that ends up winning 7 Super Bowls, but there will never be another Tom Brady. And at the end of the day, I think what I'm most grateful for is the fact that he's retiring as a Tampa Bay Buccaneer. He didn't request a trade from the franchise to go and sign a one-day contract as a New England Patriot that we know of just yet. He made his announcement. He thanked his Buccaneer teammates, his Buccaneer coaches, and the front staff inside Advent Health Training Center. That means a lot to me personally, and I'm sure the Tampa Bay organization takes that as quite the tip of the cap as well from, again, just the greatest quarterback to ever do it.
Yeah. It was interesting. Didn't mention the Patriots once in his, sort of retirement speech. I'm sure that's coming, right? I'm sure there will be some sort of thing to New England. But yeah, he thanked the Bucs fans, Bucs teammates, Bucs coaches, Bruce Arians, Jason Light, the Glazer family. So yeah, it's pretty cool. And he'll probably go into Canton as a Patriot, but you know what? That's going to count for the Bucs too. And he'll be going into Canton as a member of the Bucs also. And like I said, his name will be forever in that stadium soon enough.
I don't need sources to tell you this, neither does anybody else, but I can tell you right now, Tom Brady has already made it as a finalist for the Hall of Fame class of 2027. I mean, it's going to be the fastest Hall of Fame vote of all time when the time does come for Tom Brady. And just like we've been saying this entire video and most of the week, incredibly grateful that he chose to wrap things up with his final chapter in Tampa Bay. Thank you guys for checking out this video. Subscribe to the channel for more daily Buccaneers content. Of course, the podcast a few times a week as well. We're going to keep you updated on all things Tampa Bay throughout the course of the offseason, so stay tuned in with us. Leave a thumbs up on the video and leave your comments down below on who you think may be the next quarterback for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We'll talk to you in the next one. Until then, and as always, go Bucs!
Tampa Bay Buccaneers from the 48-yard line. 2nd down, 13. Brady lobs one downfield. Caught ball by Gronkowski.